So you kind of described how you can go through and find the blocking in a way,
Yep.
but what's kind of like your main tool for, I guess, being able to spot or find the blocking?
Well, really the main tool that I'm looking at is usually Database Health Monitor to look at the things that we just went through with that demo. And then once I get that, I'm going to find the query, take the queries that are blocking and being blocked into SQL Server Management Studio and go look at, well, why are they taking so long, or why are they causing blocking, or what's happening there? In the demo we just did, it was a contrived example. It was made up basically where we left a transaction open. Hopefully that's not the case in the real world. Usually in the real world, we're going to find some query that's taking a long time to run. And the reason it's causing so much blocking is that it's taking too long to run. Sometimes from that point, we go and figure out how to performance tune it. And sometimes that's as simple as adding the right index. Other times we've got to refactor or rewrite the query in order to make it work. But other places that we look are the sys.dm exec requests, or SP-who2, to take a look and see what queries are currently running and what queries are being blocked. I kind of prefer Database Health Monitor to see that, but if you don't have Database Health Monitor, well, you can get it, but you can use sys.dm exec requests or SP-who2 to get those similar things. And then the other thing we're going to look at is look for wait types. And one of the common ones is like lock_m_s, lock_m_ix, which stand for it's a shared lock or it's an intent exclusive lock. If you're doing an update, you need to get an exclusive lock. If you're just doing a read, you need a shared lock. So those kind of things will show up to kind of give you an idea of what part of the query is having trouble. There's a lot of ways to fix it. And really, the key thing here is to figure out how to keep your transactions short and sweet. Meaning, don't open a transaction and go through a loop and let it run for several minutes. That's almost guaranteed to cause blocking. Optimize your queries to reduce the lock duration. So if you have a transaction that's being open and you're doing some work there, figure out how you can get that part to complete faster. The other thing you can do is take a look at the isolation levels. One of them that we're going to talk about in a future episode is read committed snapshot isolation level, which is one of those things that you can change to adjust how blocking works. But the disclaimer I want to also give on isolation levels is some people will say, let's go with read uncommitted or let's go with no lock. And those are two things that can be dangerous and can give erroneous results. So adjust isolation levels generally means consider something like snapshot or read committed snapshot. And kind of to wrap up the whole topic of blocking before we go into deadlocks is that I think of it this way. Blocking is like the line at a coffee shop. It might be annoying, but it's temporary. If you speed up the barista, it may clear out faster. But I guess don't take that as a just throw more CPU in your SQL Server to make it faster, because sometimes with the blocking we see, just adding more CPU wouldn't necessarily fix the problem. So keep that in mind. Blocking is one of those things that it happens, but it happens frequently, and it's an important part of SQL Server and its general operating system. But when it happens for too long is where it really becomes an issue. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.